Greetings, my friends, and welcome to creativity, the big game changer on this earth. And what do I mean with that? Because it's quite a big statement, isn't it? There's this thing about the iceberg situation. Remember that? When you have the tip of the iceberg, which is somewhat our conscious mind, and then you have the whole body of the iceberg underneath, massive, and making essentially up most of the iceberg. So that's why nothing has made sense so far, because we have, despite being creator beings, essentially created from our subconscious/unconscious mind. And I'm dividing these two things up because the subconscious mind for me is more something that would pertain to your individual kind of repressed trauma. And the unconscious mind is the stuff that pertains to this entire matrix. And if you want to know how far-reaching this creator consciousness actually goes for me personally, and how it's far-reaching in terms of its scope, I have here, which is creating the crowdfund launch. Here is the video 11 titled Healing Trauma, the Deep State and Why the Fight for Living Space is a Fight for the Reclamation of Our Own Inner Space. And I'm just realizing I haven't shared my screen, but you've heard it now. It's video 11 that will go a bit deeper into the relevance of that, and why, despite a lot of understanding now that creativity is an innate skill, and that we are creating on many levels, that this hasn't really been achieving actual results in regards to turning this entire narrative around in service for life. Yeah. So I'm reading you actually something. Am I sharing now? Pause, stop recording, share screen. Yes. Okay, I'm going to read you a definition of creativity that I have been writing, I think, in 2008, and that became a part of the brochures that you can find here. Yeah, so these are like two of the brochures that I've also put online. And I'm going to actually read this to you, and you can read it with me on the screen, because personally, I think this is still as relevant now as it was back then. And I wouldn't really need to change it as a nutshell. So what's going on here? Creator consciousness. And I'm saying creator consciousness also in opposition to the victim consciousness that has now infiltrated everything, every aspect of our life, with the blame culture everywhere, and the woke mob going rampant on the back of their victim identities, that they loving to shoot everyone who is maybe pointing back the finger of this here, and everything in it, meaning like your life essentially in its totality is the result of your creator choices, and most of them really are unconscious, as I just said. So, creator consciousness. Our entire cosmology is on the move. We are now living in a world where we start understanding that all is connected, that our realities are multidimensional, and that we are not just an inside-out part of this whole interconnected fabric of everything, but that we are interfacing with it all creatively, for good or bad, consciously or unconsciously, constructively or destructively, that we do indeed create through our most private thoughts, emotions, and everyday actions, every single aspect of our lives, down to our cellular state of being, materializing outwardly as health or illness. Yes, both. That we are creating our inner and outer landscapes 100% of the time, that we are creators. Living, breathing extensions of an energy connecting all and being in everything, full stop. Yes, that's a proper full stop and exclamation mark, I shall say. So that we are creators, living, breathing extensions of an energy connecting all and being in everything, full stop. Updating our personal and collective cosmologies and bringing them into harmonious alignment with this new paradigm is what it will take to stir this earthship around. Creativity is and has never been a force operating outside of us, operating only in some areas through selected skills and activities, and those chosen few artists like myself. I could have very well taken a back seat, and just keeping a lot of this knowledge away from my work, because it's quite tempting. People look up to artists. We are apparently so free and this and that and the other. But fact of the matter is that our creativity is totally unique. I shall actually read the text, because I think I've been outlining this here, that humanity's collective future and survival on planet Earth is largely depending on each individual tapping into the realization of our innate creatorship, capitalizing on our unique creative gifts, following our greatest joy, and as a result, organically contributing to the creation of a new Earth. So I called the the pilot Liquid Skies. Back then I called it the art house. And the entire art house / Liquid Skies, what I'm creating now, finally, yeah, this pilot that will be in a way a living portfolio. So this entire art house is birthed through the understanding that everything is art, because everything is consciousness. That was, by the way, the title of my dissertation. That was meant to have 2,000 words, and I think I wrote in the actual text 100,000, and the kind of roughly the same amount into the footnotes. That's how passionate I am about this. And I'm gonna repeat this. This is encapsulating my entire body of work. And to get this across, the waffle has to stop. And people literally need to get an understanding that our entire worlds have to change in order to facilitate for this creativity to actually be able to come online. So this entire pilot, Liquid Skies, is birthed through the understanding that everything is art, because everything is consciousness. Yeah? And that we are indeed the experiment, the laboratory, and the experiment, which is part of an art piece where I've literally used this line. And you can find that, I think, in the video titled My Work, the Bigger Textile Pieces. Okay, so the Liquid Skies pilot, yeah, is designed to be a place where self-governance meets the spirit of our factual interconnectedness through intentional community. A place where art meets life. So literally any field of art can be creatively explored. The art of cooking, the art of brushing our skin thoroughly in the morning to awaken your body to life, the art of fruitful, intentional exchange between people, the art of designing your home, the art of making love to another spirit, the art of maintaining your bike, the art of managing your business, the art of peaceful negotiation in the face of a conflict, the art of becoming the grandest version of yourself. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it here. And I will say this, this is obviously not a little project. In order to bring this consciousness, make this a lived experience where creativity literally becomes a way of living, this needs to be embedded into our environments in a way that it's going to be facilitated to rewire our entire system. So the system can even be, this is talking the system, I mean like your individual system, is even going to be safe, feeling safe enough to become aware of deeper seated aspects that are traumatized and held in a state of captivity, so to speak, where still on an unconscious level, yeah, and banned from your conscious creator mind, they still creating everything in your life. So, yes, we are the experiments, the laboratory, and the experiment. I think I need to make a sticker for that, because that's quite a nutshell. And I'm going to leave you to it. And I'm going to say goodbye and stay blessed and centered in your hearts and keep breathing, because that's going to help as a form of tapping into the now and staying connected with the now as a way of collapsing all the places where our creativity is trauma locked and bringing it through presence into this eternal now where conscious creation can actually happen. Okay? You know, I'm gonna have to literally listen to my own words, because all of this mental talk, it's gonna become, it needs to become something that is part of our daily life, of every second, every choice being informed by that understanding. Bye-bye.